What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, gpsphotoandvideo.com.
I can't tell you the number of people I meet that says, hey, why can't we bring people together? I've done that my whole entire life, even people that I disagree with vehemently. I've done it in my family. I've done it in charities that I've worked with. If you go to my website, you'll see a little 5-minute video on there of the work that my wife and I were blessed to become involved with. It means, ladies and gentlemen, that you're going to be ignored. I will not do that. But there is a solution. The solution is you and you guys. Just as they stood up and they said, hey, we got to get more people here. This is not a time to surrender or forget about the people who preceded us. This is a time to remember our obligation, our responsibility to do it. Now, I can't tell you I've been involved in this other than the 6 years that I've been involved. But I did get off the couch. Because you see, I'm a recipient of this document. I'm a recipient of the free enterprise system. First 12 years of my life, I lived in a housing project. My dad had a 4th grade education, became a New York City police officer and detective. They worked hard for me. And one day I'm sitting talking to my wife, and I said, I'm going to go get involved in politics. And she says to me, is that the same way when you told me you were taking acting lessons, you're going to win an Academy Award? All right? No, it's not. This is about the future of our children. So what happens if you don't elect me? What's going to take place? Expect more of what you got now. Just, if this status quo is what you want, then you're going to have it. But if you want somebody that's going to be bold and step out of the box and do some screaming and not worry about whether they're going to get re-elected or not, then I'm your person. I'll get it done. Here's what I believe in: limited government, opportunity for all, favoritism for none, and that includes corporations. You know, I hear a lot of times, hey, we got to reform welfare. We got to do this. We got to do. I want those same people to stand up and say, let's reform corporate welfare. Representative Elmers continues to vote for the export-import ban. And yeah, it helps companies. But the federal government shouldn't be in the business of picking winners and losers. Let the free enterprise system do that. Companies go in knowing that the federal government has their back, taking risk. And if they lose, you know who pays? You and I. That's not a good deal. You know, I have a very strong business background. I joined the company, I was the 66th employee. We had 60 million in sales. And when I left, we had 2,400 people and $4 billion. I know the ups and downs of business. I know what it takes. Federal government has no business dictating what a free market can do for all of us. Because if we don't, we lose ingenuity. We lose creativity, job creation. We need to take that throttle away from bureaucrats in Washington. So favoritism for none. National security. We don't have to go too far to look at what just happened in Paris. I think some of the dialogue that's going on in our country today is delusional.
Somebody's rolling one.
Something's happening. But can there be anything that gets in the way of protecting the American citizen, the American worker, or our American children? I don't want them to become collateral damage to political correctness. National security and growth and prosperity. That's what America's been about. New ideas. You know, when I was a kid, living in the projects, my prized possession was a globe. And I'd look at that globe at night with a little pen flashlight. And I'd see places like Paris and Rome and London, Vanuatu, it was called something else at the time, but Vanuatu today in the South Pacific, Ushuaia at the tip of South America, Ketchikan, Alaska. I used to dream, and I fell asleep with that globe one night. My dad woke me up and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I dreamt about this." And I'll never forget his words. He says, "The 59 guys that died on my ship did it so you can dream." I don't think kids are dreaming anymore. And you know, it's not their fault. It's our fault. Growth and prosperity. And finally, the America I grew up in was America of a civil society. We had problems, no doubts about it. And we've corrected a lot of that. But we were a civil society. Today, I don't know about you, but the dinner conversation in my house is, look what they did to us today. What's going to happen tomorrow? Taxes are going up. Property taxes are going up. Where's it going? What's happening to Social Security? A civil society is what we need. Now, the Green Bay Packers, they fought for this thing because this was their basics. They rolled in the mud and the freezing rain and snow, but they caused fumbles, and they made interceptions, and they scored touchdowns. We should not be kneeling at the altar of big government. We have a war on faith in our country today. It's time to stand up for the people who've given their lives for this. Because you see, I think they're screaming at us today. And I think children not yet born in our country are screaming at us today. And this is what they're saying to us in the present. Stand up. Fight. This nation is not to perish from the earth. Get the pitchforks out. Get the torches out. It's time, even if we have to, go sit in the streets. Because people are taking away your freedoms. I'm asking you the right to build a relationship with you, earn your trust, and ultimately your vote. I will show up. I appreciate you coming out tonight, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.